Hello and welcome to my channel Study with Delnas. Today's topic is Victor Vroom's expectancy theory of motivation. Introduction to Vroom's expectancy theory. So this expectancy theory was developed by Victor H. Vroom, and this theory attempts to explain why people behave the way they do. So why do people behave in a certain manner or in a certain way? This theory is based on an assumption that our behavior is based on making a conscious choice from a set of possible alternative behaviors. So when you have a set of possible alternative behaviors, you can choose whatever you feel can give you your desired results. This Victor H. Vroom was a Canadian professor in psychology, and his theory primarily relates to motivation within a work environment. So when employees can make choices in their environment, Victor Vroom argues that they choose that what motivates them the most. So for example, as a manager, whatever is the right behavior, that is to work hard, they will choose that behavior only when they know that the desired results will be something that they want. So today, if an employee knows that behaving in such a way or doing this thing or bringing in efforts in such a manner is going to give that employee his desired results or the results that he wish for, then that employee is definitely going to give that inputs and that efforts. Now, to explain this theory in detail, Victor H. Vroom has divided this concept into three variables or three components. Now, what are those three variables is what we are going to see from the next slide. So, these are the three factors, or you can say that these are the three components in Victor Vroom's expectancy theory. And according to Vroom, all of these three factors must be present to motivate the employees effectively. Now, what are those three factors? So, in short, let us understand the expectancy factor. The expectancy factor says that efforts should lead to performance. The instrumentality factor says that performance will result into outcome. And the valence factor determines that the outcome will result into reward. Now, how can you understand this? For this, let me give you a very simple example. It is based on my experience, you can say. So, if you understand this example, trust me, you will understand this theory completely. Okay. Now, for example, take my example. I have started with a YouTube channel. Okay. So now, what was my intention? Say for example, my final reward or my final desired result is to earn money. Okay. Now, how can I earn money? I can earn money from YouTube. That's the choice that I made, right? As employees make choice in their work environment, I made a choice to start with a YouTube channel. So now how this factors work? Now let us go in a sequence. Okay. Now efforts is leading to performance, meaning I make PPTs. Before that, I do a lot of research on the internet with books and everything. Then I make PPT. Then I do voiceover, and then I publish that video. I make it in a video format, and then I publish it on YouTube. Now all of that is my effort. Okay, all of that is my effort. Now, what is performance? Performance is there when I make a good PPT. Now this performance, this good PPT will lead to outcomes. What is those outcomes? That outcome is, say for example, your appreciation. I can say the good comments that I get when people appreciate my work, when people say that I have learned a lot from your videos and they really want me to keep posting more and more videos. People request you videos, meaning that they really trust you, that you'll be able to make them understand. So that is my outcome. Now this outcome, now what has this outcome resulted into? This outcome will result into rewards like my subscribers will increase, my likes on the videos will increase, the shares on the videos will increase, and gradually as and when my subscribers will increase, there will be a point where I can start earning money. Okay, so a simple effort, when I knew that a simple effort can lead me to my desired results or my desired rewards, I was able to focus my energies in the right way. Now this is what Victor Vroom wants to tell us in his theory. So he says all of these factors must be present, and that will only happen when an employee knows that this particular action will lead to desired results. Okay, now this is what I have told you in short, but we will also understand all of these three factors in detail from the next video, from the next slide. So the first factor is expectancy. Now what is expectancy? Expectancy is your efforts will lead to performance. Okay, so expectancy is a belief that if you're going to work hard, you will be able to hit the targets. That is, your efforts will lead to performance. Okay, now how are you going to believe that? Okay, what are the factors that is going to make you believe that your efforts will actually lead to performance? Okay, now these are the factors for making you believe that your efforts will actually lead to performance. So the first thing is, now we'll continue with our example and see if all of these things was there in my example also or not. So you make this judgment based on a number of factors. Now what are those factors? Let us understand the first factor, your past experience. Okay, so in my case I would say I have a past experience of teaching, classroom teaching, typical classroom teaching. So yeah, that was there in my case. Confidence in your ability. Yes, you should always have confidence in your ability, in your aptitude, in your knowledge. If you are not confident, you wouldn't be able to publish such videos on a public platform. Okay, so confidence, yes, it's there. Then how difficult do you perceive the target? Now I would say I was a little skeptical about teaching online because it was a new concept for me, but all in all I knew that I could do it. So for me I would say the difficulty level was a little higher than classroom teaching because I wasn't much aware about how can things go on. But of course again here research helped me a lot. So I would say that even for employees, research can help a lot in checking this factor. Okay, so that was also there. Now, do you have the right resources available? So in my case, I would say that I have a laptop, I have paper, books, pen, pencil, all of those resources. Then I have a digital pen, a digital slate, by which if I write on the slate, you can see this red marks that I do, so that can be seen. So I have that also with me. I have a phone to connect with my laptop. What else? What all equipments are required, everything I have. Okay, I have books from where I can take some material, reading material. I have printouts. I have Google from where I can increase my knowledge and see everything. So I have the time. Yes, of course I have the time also with me. So yeah, I am having all the right resources. Okay, so that is also checked. Then, do you have the right skills to do this job? Yes, of course. See, I have completed my master's in business management. I have learned all of these things in detail. So yeah, of course, I have the right skills for teaching this. Okay. Then next checklist. Having the necessary support to get the job done. Okay. Now, in my case, I would say that I have support from my friends, from my family, from my peers, from my professors who have actually taught me all of these things. So I have support from everywhere. So for employees, support from supervisors, they are colleagues, they are seniors, they are juniors, okay, from their boss, getting correct information about the job and stuff like that. So then here this is also checked. So for me, I have a total belief that my efforts will lead to performance. Okay, so an example of expectancy is thinking if I work hard, I can achieve the targets which the boss has set for me, or in my case, I would say that the targets that I have set for myself. Okay, expectancy is the belief that increased effort will lead to increased performance, meaning if I work hard, then this will be better. So the second factor, the second variable, or the second component in Victor Vroom's expectancy theory is instrumentality. Now what is instrumentality? Instrumentality is your performance will result into outcome. Okay, your performance will result into outcome. Now what would that mean? So instrumentality is a belief that if you perform well, then that a valued outcome will be received. So if you perform well, you will receive your valued outcome. So an example of instrumentality is thinking if I achieve all the targets that are set for me, then I believe that I'll get promoted. So an employee would think in a certain fashion or in a certain way that if I achieve all the targets, then I might get promoted, or there might be an increase in my salary. Okay, so but in my case, what would I say? I would say that how can I believe that this my performance will result into outcome? Now for in my case, I would say performance would be I would say that I've performed well only when I make good videos, productive videos, and videos from which students can actually gain knowledge. Okay, so that would be my best performance. And what will be the outcome for it? Outcome for it would be students will appreciate my work. Okay, then students will always like my videos, right? They will like my videos, share my videos, my subscribers will increase. So all of this would be the outcome. Okay, now how can you believe that the performance will result into desired outcomes? So there are a few factors. First one is the relationship clear between performance and reward? Yes. How much you trust the person who decides the reward? So in my case, I would say that YouTube is going to decide the reward, or I would say that my subscribers and viewers are actually going to decide my reward. If they will like, only then they will hit like button, right? So yeah, I have trust in all of those viewers and my subscribers who are going to watch my videos. Okay, then how transparent is the decision making process around who gets what reward? So now in my case, transparency is within the hands of my viewers and YouTube, I would say again. So for employees, it would be their boss. Okay, how transparent is the decision making process which is done by the boss? Okay, clear understanding of the relationship between performance and outcome, again the same thing. Yes, it's there. Now trust in the people who will take the decision. Again, in case of employees, it would be their boss or their senior who is going to decide. So how much trust do you have in your boss that your boss is going to take a transparent decision or a right decision and wouldn't be biased? And transparency in the process that decides who gets what outcome, again the same thing. So instrumentality is when performance will result into outcome. So the third component is valence. Okay, so this is valence is nothing but the final piece of the motivation puzzle. Now valence is nothing but the perceived value of the reward to you. Now the reward that you get, what value do you have for that reward? Okay, so efforts lead to performance, performance leads to outcome, and outcome will result into rewards. Okay, so when I get a lot of appreciation and likes and increase in subscribers, which is my outcome, the reward would be that I can somehow start earning money now, okay, from the videos that I post on YouTube. Okay, so what is the perceived value of the reward that I'm going to get? So in my case, the perceived value is positive. So I'm happy with the reward that I get. But the perceived value of the reward cannot only be positive. It can be negative also, and it can be zero also. So this could be negative if you want to actively want to avoid the reward, 0 if you are not motivated by the reward, and 1, or that means positive, if you are motivated by the reward. For example, for an employee, the reward would the perceived value of the reward would be negative if you know that employee doesn't want that reward. So for example, a person who doesn't want the decrease in its work time. So for example, if an employee is working for 9 hours, now the reward that is given to him is that now you have to work for just 8 hours, but that is not what the employee wants. So then the perceived value of that reward would be negative. Now 0, when can that be? So for example, an employee has performed well and he get a performance certificate for it, appreciating him for his performance. Now that certificate might not have a lot of value, perceived value for that employee, because for that employee, that the attitude of that employee would be that if I get a certificate, good enough, but that's okay, and if I don't get a certificate, that's I'm fine with that too. So here the perceived value is neither negative nor positive. Now when will the perceived value be positive? When you are motivated by the reward. You wanted increase in salary and you got increase in salary, so the perceived value of your reward is positive. Okay, so valence is the importance that the individual places upon the expected outcome. So for example, if someone is mainly motivated by money, he or she might not value the offers of additional time off, which I gave you the example for negative perceived value. Okay, so every individual or every employee must first weigh out that what reward they will get is what they want or what they don't want. Okay, so they have to check that do I want to be promoted, right? Is this the reward that I want? Then will that extra work result in even less time with my family? So is that worth it, sacrificing my personal time and my family time just to work a little extra? And you might not even know if that's gonna give you your desired outcome or your desired results or your desired reward. Okay, is it really worth putting in a serious effort for a whole year to receive a promotion and a 10% pay rise? So you are working for an entire year, and at the end, if you're just going to get a promotion or just a 10% pay rise, are you willing to work towards that goal, or are you willing to work towards that reward? It's just up to you, it's just up to your attitude, and it's just up to what you really want ahead in your life. So that is all about valence, where outcomes will result into rewards. From this diagram, you can understand the entire expectancy theory well, and here what you understand is that motivational force or motivation is nothing but the product of expectancy, instrumentality and valence. Expectancy theory in companies. So, expectancy theory predicts that employees in an organization will be motivated when they believe that putting in more efforts will yield better job performance. So, efforts would lead to performance, and that performance will also lead to outcome, and that outcome will result into rewards, and that rewards should mainly have a positive perceived value. Okay, a positive perceived value. So in order to enhance the performance outcome tie, managers should use the system that tie rewards very closely to performance. So employees can actually make a direct relationship between performance and outcome, between efforts and performance. Okay, and managers should also ensure that right reward is given to the right person, meaning they should ensure that the rewards provided are deserved and wanted by the recipient, meaning the perceived value of the reward here again should be positive. So managers should ensure that. In order to improve the effort performance tie, managers should engage in training and development programs to improve the capabilities and to improve the belief. Once an employee feels that he is capable of achieving that goal or capable of performing well, then it is going to increase the belief or improve the belief, which will in fact lead to better performance. Expectancy theory example, boosting team performance. So here is a scenario, and there will be some actions which you can take. Now you have to take yourself in a position of a manager of a small team. Okay, so what is it? You have been in your position as manager of a small team for some time. The team is performing well and doing good work, but you want to boost their performance further. Now in this situation, what will be your approach? Of course, you're going to link strong ties between efforts and rewards. You're going to do that. But now the question is that are you going to give the same reward to each member of your team? Your answer should be no, because everybody's desired reward is different. Somebody wants a day off, somebody wants to work for less hours, somebody wants promotion, somebody wants further work who is ambitious, somebody wants to be promoted, somebody wants an increase in pay. So everybody's rewards, desired rewards are different. So what would be the best action as a manager which you can do is you can tailor or alter what? The rewards. As per whom? As per the individual needs. As per the individual's needs, you are going to tailor or alter or set a reward for them. So for example, a person with a long commute may appreciate the opportunity of a day working from home if they hit their targets. Another person who is highly ambitious, for them this day off wouldn't work. For him, what would work is that he can lead a small project in the next quarter if he hits the targets in this quarter. For another person whose morale is low, so for that person, proper training, proper guidance proper counseling, proper training and development programs can boost the confidence. And once the confidence will be boosted, it will in turn help that employee to achieve their goals, because now there will be a strong belief between efforts and performance. Okay, thus each person will see high productivity as a means of hitting their personal goals, and will be far from more likely to invest more efforts and determination into their job. So when you're going to alter the rewards as per their individual's needs, what is going to happen is that employees will be further more motivated to give their best efforts, and that best efforts will result into desired outcomes and desired rewards. In conclusion, we can say that expectancy theory of motivation is a theory of motivation within the workplace. It states that individuals within your team will be motivated when they believe that they can hit the targets, and they will be rewarded for hitting those targets, and the perceived value of the rewards would be positive. By motivating all team members in this way, you can create highly motivated individuals and thus high performing teams. For example, a person recycles plastic because he thinks that it is important to conserve resources and also to take a stand on environmental issues, which will lead him to his desired rewards. Now, his valence is nothing but conserving resources by recycling plastic. That is his valence. Now he thinks that the more effort he put into recycling, the more paper or the more plastic he will be able to recycle. And he thinks that the more paper or plastic that he recycles, less resources will be used, which is instrumentality. So what is his expectancy? His expectancy is that the more efforts that he will put into recycling, the more plastic or paper he will be able to recycle, and the more he will recycle, the less resources will be used. And if less resources will be used, then he will be able to achieve his desired reward, which is to conserve the resources and take a stand on environmental issues. Thus, Vroom's expectancy theory of motivation is not just about self-interest in rewards, but it is actually more about the associations people make towards expected outcomes and the contribution they feel they can make towards those outcomes, because according to Victor Vroom, an individual can make a choice about what motivates them the most. This was the end of the video. I hope you like my video, and if you have liked it, please don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Also subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon besides the subscribe tab, because this will send you a notification whenever I upload a new video. Please share this video with your friends and family. Let me know your feedback and your thoughts in the comment section below. I also have my email address written down below. Till then, stay tuned with my channel and take care. Bye-bye.